which Sita could pick up by her left hand itself. Okay, whoever can put the thread on top of it, okay, he'll be ready to get married with Sita, because Sita was like, if this is my left hand's work, I need a husband who should be able to at least lift my left hand's work, right? So everybody tries, but they're not able to do it, and in the end Rama does it. Okay, and while doing it, he does it with so much of vigor or force or whatever that the bow breaks. Okay, and the sound comes, and there's a clap everywhere, and everybody is about to get the garlanding thing done. Suddenly somebody comes there. Who's that gentleman? Parashuram. Alright? So now, when you say Parashuram came there, so then you see the things from the scientific terms, how does it happen? Ram is standing here, Parashuram is coming inside the gate, okay? And Ram looks there. Parashuram also looks there, okay? And there's some smiling happens. Man, imagine that there's a person who's coming in with huge amount of anger, and the smiling happens on both the sides. Alright? And the discussion happens, and there's something called as telepathy. The data transaction happens. Secured data transaction, okay? Which only those two people could understand. Nobody else could actually even interpret what is happening exactly, but both of them are smiling. And then Ramji asked, Parashuramji, you are a great person. Thank you very much for visiting my marriage. Okay? Can you please tell that where were you? So does anybody know what is the answer? Where was he at that particular time? He says, I was in the Himalayas. Now if anybody knows the geography of India, Himalayas, Ayodhya, Janakpuri, so they are all pretty far. So there are thousands of kilometers. So a question is asked, so how did you come here? How did you come here so fast? Drones? Pushpa Viman? Pushpa Viman was in Sri Lanka by that time, okay? So Pushpa Viman was in the south of India, okay? So North India did not have this Pushpa Viman at that particular time. So what did they have? So the people who have watched Star Trek, what is this mechanism of picking somebody? What is the fastest thing known to man? So what is the fastest thing known to man? Einstein has said E is equal to mc square. That is for the light. Okay? During the CERN thing, they found out something which is even faster than light. That's a different thing. But our Swamiji Parashuramji says, I traveled at the speed of thought. Now people might say, hey, come on man, that was bogus. It's just because till the time somebody did not find out the speed of light, even the light was bogus. Suraj was just here, every day. Like somebody asked, so what do you think is farther? The Mumbai or the moon? The guy thinks for some time and he says, Mumbai. He says, how come man, you are such an idiot, you don't even understand that the moon is so far and Mumbai is just here. He said, man, can you see Mumbai? If you can't even see Mumbai, how can you say that Mumbai is next to me, man? I can see moon every night. Moon is right here. So this is where technology is. Okay? So this is my forte, where I try to make technology very, very simple. And everything and anything which has been written in any of our scriptures, whether it is Bible, whether it is Quran, whether it is Mahabharata, whether it is Ramayana, anything, I personally believe that it is 100% truth. 100% truth. If anybody can debate on that, we can even debate on that. But that is just my feeling. And so, as we said, we have to first of all copy. We have to first of all understand that there is a requirement. From where will we get the ideas? How will we get the ideas? By reading these books. When somebody says, hey, that's so much not possible. Like, hey, who could have thought that Pushpak Viman, somebody says, and the Pushpak Viman will lift? Who would have thought that? Man, everybody till some time back said that we have to have a runway on which we have to run, fly our wings, kite is flown like that. Pushpak Viman cannot do like this. And then engineers built up something called as vertical takeoff. And now, the sea harriers on the ships, they are supposed to be doing vertical takeoff. They don't do a runway. They do vertical takeoff. Now somebody at that particular time said, hey, for vertical takeoff, you should have a blade. The blade has to create the thrust so that we go up. Sea Harrier does it down. Alright? So boom movie. Alright? All these, the super nitro bikes, and you're like, man, American, not right on the technology. But then again, why is it not right in the technology? He's giving you an idea. He's saying that I have done it only in the movie. When the first time Star Wars guys gave up a phone, okay, and they're talking intergalactic, he picks up such a big phone and he picks up and he says, hello, I'm Stark. That's 1963. And in 1998, I was studying in SIT college. A girl in our class had the mobile phone. Till that time, or till you can say 95, or I can say I was among the first generation or one of those generation who worked on your PCAT, PCHT, 386, 286, all those things with my own hands in my labs. Alright? So those kind of things from there, we were like, you're only used to that. Then it came. Okay? And then now it is like, hey Siri, can you please call my wife? So now, we have actually reached to that particular state where actually, if your Siri says, hey, your wife is calling, and you're like, just tell her I'm in a meeting. Okay? And it says, hey, but she knows that you've gone for a party. Oh, then you say that I'm actually helping one of my friends to get over his drinking problems. Okay? Don't tell her that I'm also drunk. Okay? And then Siri says, can I order a cab for you? Man, this is the technology that we are trying to talk about. How many of you have seen a movie called as Her? H-E-R. Yes, it's an adult movie, but still, I'm sure. By the way, sorry, is there anybody who is less than 18 here? Not by heart. Not by heart. I'm sorry. It's a nice movie, okay? You can watch it after some time. Yes, but the thing is that I'm the deviated guy, you see. I'm not the normal guy. Anyways, I said that I'm not the normal guy. So this is a movie in which a guy falls in love with an operating system. And the operating system is trying to talk to her. Okay, and then it's a tragic movie in the end where the operating system crashes. And he commits suicide. Shit, man. Yeah. Imagine, man, this is the kind of things that is going to happen after some time. I don't remember which movie, but of Sylvester Stallone, in which they actually put him into ice, and then 30-40 years later they bring him out. Super Cop. Thank you very much, sir. So Super Cop, at our time, 95, 98, these were the best movies. Okay, Sylvester Stallone used to be our hero, boss. Okay, and gentlemen, I'm sorry, can you keep your ears closed slightly? Thank you. Okay. So in this, the guy, Sylvester Stallone, comes out and he says that he wants to take a girl on the date. Okay. So he goes on the date with the girl, and and she says, protection is required. And then, you know what the protection is? You have to wear the glasses, AR/VR glasses. You have to wear the glasses. You are sitting in front of me, I am sitting here. That's it. All other things are happening. In your mind, in the eyes. No touching. Be away. The best protection, man. Be away. So that is the kind of world that we are about to enter. And so these are the things that are going to be our daily life now. But then, if we just laugh at these are not the point of laughing. Sophia is there? Sophia. Somebody showed Sophia. Sir did not cover one point for which most of the people visit Bangkok. Most of the robots are used there. Alright, so now let's cut to the point, okay? These are our basic necessities, okay? We need them. We cannot live without them. It is something like friction. All of us know friction? How did we define friction in our 8th standard or 9th standard? It's a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil. We need friction, we don't need friction. We need it, we don't need it. Just like wife. I have only one as of now. And hey, you are recording, okay? Don't share it anywhere. Okay? You're not going to put it on this. I have the most beautiful wife in the world, the best kids. I have more. Okay? Just for the record. Okay? Now you can just imagine the boredom can happen. Anyways, so everybody here from the morning, they have been talking to you only about the technology, what technology can do, how technology can do. There was only one thing which was actually having the problem inside me, was that we were not doing it in India. We were not making it in India. We were assembling in India. I don't know, there were some friends who spoke about designing the robot or the drone inside their labs. They showed some videos. And I'm just hoping, I'm sorry I missed some of the classes. I'm just hoping that all the things were designed here. I spoke to two guys till now who talked about that the controllers X, Y, Z, some Samsung, some Nvidia, some SCPR, some Robo, Arduino, some particular thing is available. Is it available by an Indian? Is it ours? So what do we do, man? I have bought for my 4th standard kid a drone from China. He flies it. You put something on top of it, it takes it. He knows how to put a double-side tape to take his laser pointer on top of it. I'm extremely sorry, but we are engineers. The only thing that I've been hearing from a lot of people, we made a drone. I have 2 patents, 10 international papers, visited a lot of countries, worked with companies like Qualcomm, Broadcom, Intel. The last company that I started recently in March, called Arc Apsis, has been selected in the top 10 startups of India by Qualcomm. Okay, so thank you very much. My only thing is, are we doing it ourselves? If we are not doing it ourselves, it's something problem. We don't want to be the users. If we want to be the users, 15 lakh users, where will you go? And then you will ask Prime Minister, I'm not getting a job. Who's stopping you? What is stopping you? Just one guy. Somebody said that we have to do a remote control of a drone which is in the line of sight, or by using the internet, 5G, 4G, whatever, blah, 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 6G, 7G, 10G, everything will come. Can we really do a remote control over the BLE range or over the, say, some line of sight range on our own? Can we design an antenna? Okay, if we buy an antenna, we'll just say that any long strip of wire which is naked can be used as an antenna. Okay, consider it. If we take a radio antenna and we use it, how many of you know what is a TLP RLP 434? How many of you are engineers? All of us, right? So if we are able to just design a simple thing, which I believe that if I ask everybody here who is, you can say, more than 30 age in physical life, they will know what is a TLP RLP 434, because this was the only wireless receiver and transmitter which was available to us to use. If I ask you what's the Zigbee, you might be able to tell. Zigbee will have some range. Okay? Some experiments which are done, if they are inside this particular range of this particular room, you don't require any big range. Can we not design our own controller? So first thing is, just design an RF controller. Very simple. Immediately after that, you just have to have 4 motors. If I ask anybody who has designed a drone, they say either RC Bazaar or some great company name in the world somewhere. We have got the motors from there. I'm like, wow, good. Perfect. Which controller did you use? Oh, we bought this particular controller. It's one of the most expensive and the most stabilized controller. So what did you do? Put the screws. You didn't design the transmitter. You didn't design the controller. Now the next part which comes is the frame. Carbon fiber, lightweight, extremely nice frame. We bought it from US. What did you do? Did you even cut it? Did you even use a hacksaw? Did you even use a punch? Do you even know what's a punch? The next is, how many of us really know soldering? Ah, perfect. What is the composition of solder? There are two things. Tin and lead. It is Sn and Pb. Stands for stannum and plumbum. In what proportion?
30.
60-40 is what students use. 63-37 is what the industry uses. You are designing a drone. Who are you? A student or an industry? If you are a student, you are not designing it. You are just a repair person, man. You are not fit to be an industry guy. At what temperature does it melt? What is the temperature of your soldering iron? Have you ever touched it? At 250 degrees Celsius, the thing starts melting. 290 to 330 or 350 is the soldering iron that you are supposed to be setting it. 25 watt Soldron yellow color soldering iron that you use is at that particular temperature. That is not good for doing assembly soldering. That means that if none of you have done assembly soldering, you cannot design a drone. Simple. Period. No more questions asked. You don't know soldering. You don't know assembly soldering. You don't even know how to choose a component. Next question. What is the PCB made up of? Simple. We talk about Vikram lander, no problems, man. That is ISRO. Who was there? Was there any young engineer from any of the colleges? They were all aunties and uncles. Those are the guys who actually do it. They are the only guys who can actually do it. The young guys, they say EMS company is there, we'll send it for the fabrication. Do you even know what is the material which is used in the PCB? Yeah, because you ordered it from US.
Some organic.
So, what in drones are you designing, man? What in anything are you designing? Yeah, these 5 Ws are here. This is what we try to bring into the picture. That if you design, I am one of the 9 people in India who are certified on microchip to train people on microchip products. Microchip is the mother company which bought over Atmel. Atmel is the company which makes Arduino. Okay, Atmega 328, whatever is the series. So I am the certified trainer from there, and I am a NASCOM certified IoT master trainer. So this is the first thing that we try to talk about. Gets back to the basics. Don't talk about the Vikram lander. We are way away from there. Let's talk this. There's a drones conclave. I was expecting that one of you will come and say that I can do LOS triangulation. The word is not triangulation, the word is trilaterization. What is the difference between triangulation and trilaterization? When the 3 beacons are there, when it is GPS, you use triangulation. When it is inside, you use trilaterization. So, what are you designing? How are you designing? Attending and winning some prizes is good enough just to say that I have arrived. That's it. Nothing else beyond that. If tomorrow you are standing in front of engineers, I have been fortunate enough that I have been with many of the countries, and one of the time that I was in Germany, there were some German counterparts who told openly, Nathan, I am not afraid of Indian coders. I was like, why? He said, he cannot do it. Nobody can match the German coders. I said, come, let's sit. What you have met is those people who did not have a nice guru. Come, let's sit. He bet them hands down. We said, bring your 5 best coders, I'll bring my 3 normal coders. Let's sit in Germany, in Düsseldorf, in Duisburg. We had 6 hours of direct coding on C. We won. We said the engineers that you know are the engineers who are in TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Cognizant and Accenture. Those are service-based companies. Talk to the people who are in good technology product companies. Don't talk to people who are in the service companies. They do one job, then they shift over to another job, and then they shift over to another job. So you are with Infineon, if I'm not wrong, right? In our companies, we call people from Sasken, from Arisen, from so many different companies who just said that, okay, let's these people just be there. Did we ever give them any of the responsibility job? No. All the people on the contract, none of them have ever been given any kind of major job. So think about it, what do you have to do? Please become good engineers. Whatever your teachers tell you is okay. Google is your new guru. Or find out a mentor like Kishore said. He is the one who can actually drive you. He is the one who can actually take you. This drones conclave can actually take you to wonders if you really participate. Otherwise, the only thing that you will see is the videos. Believe me, I will also post a video saying that my fourth standard kid is flying a drone, which is being controlled by his hand. His hand is the only thing which might have been designed by me. All other things have been designed by a Chinese guy. From 700 rupees you get a drone, all the way up to 7 lakhs. The phantom white color thing that you see here, so nice. Have you not seen it that it is also being flown by the photographers in your marriage parties? Why engineers have to fly it, man? Why do we have not to declare it that we flew a phantom? I'm sorry to ask. Why did we even have to put it on the projector here that we flew a phantom? Oh yeah, you flew a phantom, the shadi wala banda also flies a phantom. And his hand does not shake. Your engineer's hand might shake. His hands did not shake. He is better than you. Why are you even talking about it? If you would have said, the phantom PCB I took out and I crashed it and I made a new phantom chip and I inserted it and it worked. Wow, that's engineering. If nothing else, it did not do anything you say. It matched 20% of its accuracy. Wow. I'll shake hands with you and I'll say, please join me. Because you have done something with your own hands. You are not those guys who just operated it. Operators are easy. Even my wife knows how to drive a car. She does not become an automobile engineer. Alright? So with that, we'll just say thank you very much. And I'm sorry, just half a minute more. Because as said, we have a program called as Techzilla, which is derived from the word Takshashila, where I take in engineers who have unfortunately not got a job because of any reason. They were not good enough. And they had 60% and above, and they had even up to 4 backs. If they have not been placed, we take them for a 1-year training program, free of cost, at our own cost. We take care of them for 1 year. We make sure that all of these gentlemen are placed in 4 companies, Bosch, KPIT, Continental, Tech Mahindra, only.
As engineers.
As design engineers. Okay? So this is something that we can say in the last 5 years we have placed 250 people. They are all nice. We have a 9,000 square feet of area on Kanakpura Road. So can I share my phone number here?
Yes, sir.
Okay? So I'm just finishing it. I'm just writing it in case somebody wants to note it down, they can note it down. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nathan. And I'd like to also take this few minutes to thank ITI and all the electrical system and projects that is come to us. Srikanth, who is the engineer. Give a big hand to Srikanth. He is not in the room today. And D. Shiva Shankaran BGM INC Bangalore plant. They have been kind enough to accommodate this place. I wish to summarize that the government of India has sincere efforts to spend on drones. For example, they estimated that 10% of the cost that you would spend for road-based survey